Welcome to the Transatlantic Entrepreneur Podcast, the ultimate guide for European founders and businesses looking to grow their revenue with American clients, partners, and investors. The U.S. market is the land of opportunity, where ambitious entrepreneurs break through barriers, win more clients, and scale their success to new heights. Now it's your turn to make your mark. Here's your host, founder of the company Transatlantia and trusted mentor behind Europe's most successful transatlantic entrepreneurs, Christina Rebuffet-Broadus.
For American clients, confidence equals competence. If you're not promoting yourself, you're being overlooked. So let me show you how to change that. In Europe, yes, being modest feels professional, even noble perhaps, but in the US, staying quiet, it makes you invisible. So here's the truth. American clients equate confidence with competence. And if you don't promote yourself, well, they'll assume that you're not worth their time, because if you had something good, you'd be telling everybody about it. So let's break down the mindset shift that you need in order to thrive in the US market, specifically related to promoting yourself. In this video, I'll show you the cultural gap between European modesty and American self-promotion, why it's critical to share your expertise boldly, and how to promote yourself in a way that feels natural and authentic while still resonating with your American clients. If you don't know me, I'm Christina Rebuffet-Broadus. I am the founder of the company Transatlantia. We are a training and consulting company, and we help European entrepreneurs overcome the cultural differences, the language differences, the mindset barriers to help them get more American clients, notably by speaking out about what they do. Our clients have signed multi-million-dollar U.S. contracts. They have secured leadership positions and built stronger online presences, all by learning to promote themselves effectively. So if you're ready to make your expertise impossible to ignore, you're in the right place. Now, the first thing, let's talk about why staying quiet works in Europe, but it fails in the US. In Europe, you may have been taught to let your work speak for itself. If it's good, people will get it, and you don't need to overtly tell them how great it is. You don't need to do that work to show them, because if it's good, they'll refer you and you'll be able to get all of your clients by word of mouth. Yes, that would be great. But, you might feel that a successful professional is someone who says, I don't need to do any advertising or prospecting. I just get my clients through word of mouth. This kind of modesty is often seen as a sign of professionalism, and overt self-promotion can feel arrogant, like you're showing off. But in the US, that mindset, it is working against you. And here's why. Like I said, in the US, confidence equals competence. Americans are raised to associate self-promotion with confidence and expertise. So if you're not talking about your achievements, well, they assume that you don't have any, because visibility wins. That's just the way it is in a very noisy, crowded market. In a market as competitive as the US, clients trust the people that they see consistently. So if they don't see you speaking up, then they'll move on to someone who does. And for better or for worse, we value results over modesty. Americans want to know exactly how you can solve their problems. If you're too modest to highlight your wins, to share your methods, to show what your clients have achieved, then you're missing the chance to build trust and credibility and to let your online presence convince them before you even talk to them. Now, there is perhaps this fear of bragging among a lot of European entrepreneurs, and I get it. Self-promotion feels uncomfortable because it might feel like you're boasting, you're bragging, you're being pushy, you're showing off. But let's reframe that mindset. In the US, self-promotion it's like a service. Americans see it as your job to tell them what you can do to help them and why it matters. Remember that the US, it's a low context culture. This means that you have to spell it out clearly and explicitly in order for us to understand. And if you don't, your American clients are left guessing, and they don't have the time or they don't have the patience to try to guess. Now let's talk a little bit about this, what I like to call the zone of appropriateness. Yes, there is a fine line between confidence and arrogance, and that's true even in the US market. But from what I've seen, most European entrepreneurs, they are far, far, far below that line, and they're actually underselling their expertise and therefore leaving money on the table, because silence, that equals missed opportunities. I mean, imagine being at a networking event. An American might confidently say, yeah, I do consulting and we usually help clients double their revenue in 6 months. European might simply say, yeah, I work in consulting. I mean, which one stands out? So we're used to this kind of self-promotion, and to promote yourself effectively in the US, you want to be sure that you're aligning with what's expected in the American market. The first thing, it's clarity and directness. Americans don't want vague language, they want specifics. For example, saying, I helped a client reduce costs by 20% in 3 months, not I help improve efficiency. We also want authenticity plus results. I mean, yes, Americans love a good story. We love storytelling, but we also want proof. So you can share maybe relatable challenges that you've faced or that your clients have faced, but always tie them back to a specific outcome. And also another important point, it's consistency over perfection. Americans trust people who show up regularly. They don't expect you to be perfect, but they expect you to be there. You can post on LinkedIn weekly, maybe even daily, share insights, engage in conversations, and they're less concerned with perfect English than with reliable, valuable contributions. And the fact that you speak English well will already be impressive. Now, how do you make the difference between confident self-promotion and bragging? The key difference comes really in, I would say, the intention and the delivery. Confident self-promotion is focused on providing value to your audience, sharing your expertise, results that they could achieve, or insights in a way that helps them to solve the problems or to make the decisions they need to make to move their business forward or whatever you help them with. It's all about showcasing how you can make a difference, not how great you are. Bragging, on the other hand, that often lacks context or utility. It's about seeking attention. It's about seeking validation without considering the needs or the interest of the listener. It doesn't really tell me, so what? Why is that interesting for me? So to avoid crossing that line from promotion to arrogance, you want to be sure that you're focused, authentic, and perhaps even showing gratitude for the contributions of others wherever that is relevant. This kind of confidence, that invites trust, while bragging, even in the American market, can push people away. So here's a key difference between the US and Europe, and a little bit of a mindset shift that I hope you'll have as you're going into the American market. In Europe, modesty and being reserved signals professionalism. In the US, it signals uncertainty. If you want to succeed in the US, you need to think of promotion, think of self-promotion as a service. You're not bragging, you're helping people see what's possible through working with you. You want to show confidence, not arrogance. Confidence says, I can help you. Arrogance says, I'm the only one who can. Stay in that zone of appropriateness by focusing on the outcomes, not just you and how special you are. And be visible, not perfect. Americans trust experts who are present, who are consistent, who are speaking out, even if it's not perfect. So don't let perfectionism hold you back. Now, if you are ready to start promoting yourself in perhaps a more outspoken way, here are some steps that you can follow. First, pick a platform. Do some research to find out where your American prospects hang out online. Then post minimum once a week, but increase that as you get your publishing routine locked in. Focus on tips, insights, stories, your personal story, highlight your expertise, and if you can, share stories with outcomes, like telling a story about how you helped a client solve a problem and the results that you got for them. Practice consistency. Define your content strategy so that it makes it easy to be regular, and then make a point to show up regularly. This is how you build trust over time. And use what I like to call the 3 G's of promotion: be genuine, gracious, and giving. Share your wins authentically with real stories. If you tell a client story, tag them in your post so that we see that it's a real client. Also, thank those who trusted you to help them, shining the spotlight on their accomplishments, and give value to your audience, something that they can learn from the work that you do with others. And when you promote yourself in this authentic, genuine, gracious way, you're not just boosting your own visibility, you're building trust, you're establishing your authority, and you're making it easier for your American clients to choose you over all the others out there. Remember, if they don't see you, they'll have a much harder, longer time being able to trust you, and it's just going to be a lot more work convincing them. And I mean, let's be honest, we all want to shorten our sales cycles, right? So, you've learned here why promoting yourself is essential and how to start. But here's the next challenge for you. How do you leverage this visibility to become more valuable in the eyes of potential clients, and the thing we all really want, get them to buy from you faster? Well, that's the 4th step in my Transatlantic Entrepreneur Program, which I'll show you in the next video. But if you already want to know more, then go ahead and join me in one of my upcoming Transatlantic Entrepreneur Workshops. The link and the dates and all of the details for the next one is in the description below this episode. So it's time to stop hiding, to start promoting yourself. It becomes much easier to attract the right American clients, to build a thriving transatlantic business that you deserve when you're able to speak out and promote yourself. Now, go ahead and follow me for more tips on connecting with American clients, and don't forget to grab your spot in the upcoming workshop. And let's make you more visible, valuable, and well-connected in the U.S. market.
Ready to get more American clients and grow your revenue in the U.S. market? Join our next Transatlantic Entrepreneur Workshop and start building your U.S. client pipeline today. Reserve your spot now using the link in the show notes. Set your course, take bold action, and let's chart your course to success in the U.S.